Autumn easily qualifies as many Central New Yorkers' favorite time of the year, largely in part to the beautiful colors on the trees. Generally, our local peak of foliage occurs around the 21st to 23rd of October. However, when asked this year, many folks are telling me the display has been less than average.
Less intense.
Less intense, okay.
Maybe because of the drought.
Well, of course, our rainfall deficit here in Central New York is very well documented. Many folks approaching 6 inches of deficit rainfall for the year of 2012, and that's officially a moderate drought. But believe it or not, that drought affects trees differently depending on if they're in more of an urban or a rural setting.
I think the moderate drought played a role on trees in urban conditions. We have some on campus, in fact, that they really were stressed and they dropped their leaves early. But I think in most forest settings where trees have been subjected to these kinds of conditions for decades, they're well adapted.
In fact, Dr. Leopold tells me the colors are even better this year than normal, thanks in part to the lack of rainfall. He says the anthocyanins, or the red pigments, are better able to develop in drier conditions. As for those well-adapted trees in forest settings, Dr. Leopold believes the wind is the biggest factor in their quicker than average drop-off this year. So, what is his forecast for the rest of the season?
I think we'll see the usual progression of colors through about the third week in October with the native species. And then in the last week in October, we typically see the Norway maples color up. And I walk by these trees every day, and based on what I'm seeing that they're doing right now and driving around Central New York, I think we're within 2 or 3 days of the normal fall coloration process.
It sounds like the moral of the story is get out and enjoy the leaves while you can before the wind blows them down for the year. Reporting from Syracuse, I'm CNY Central First Alert meteorologist Matt Stevens.